Roman numerals. As you may have guessed, Roman numerals originated in Rome, an empire which at its height around 117 AD controlled much of Europe and the Middle East. It's famous for its emperors like Julius Caesar, its powerful Roman legions, its ancient Latin language, and for its use of today's subject, Roman numerals. Roman numerals use the same base 10 system as we do, and counting-wise are identical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. The difference is that instead of Arabic numbers for each value, 0 through 9, letters are given values and used instead. In Roman numerals, I is 1, V is 5, X is 10, L is 50, C is 100, D is 500, and M is 1000. Numbers are formed by combining these values. And while 0 did not have its own representation, the concept was still present in Roman arithmetic and would be expressed by the Latin word for 0, nulla. There are 4 basic concepts to Roman numerals. First, a letter repeats its value for as many times as it appears. Second, if letters are placed after a letter of greater value, add that amount. Then, letters placed before a letter of a greater amount are subtracted from the larger value. And finally, a bar or line placed over a single letter or string of letters multiplies the value by 1000. Let's look at our first principle. A letter repeats its value for as many times as it appears. Using this principle, XX, 10 and 10 would be 20. Easy enough. I is 3, CC is 200, and MM is 4000. Now let's look at our second principle. If letters are placed after a letter of greater value, add that amount. We already know that XX is 20. Using this new principle, XXVI 10, 10, 5, 1 is 26. Easy enough. CLX is 160, and LXVII is 68. On to the third principle. If letters placed before a letter of a greater amount are subtracted from the larger value. So XX is 20. We already know that. And we already know that XXVI is 26. But if we simply use those 4 same values and switch around the I and the V, we'll all of a sudden have a new number. XXIV is 24. IV is 4 and IX is 9, instead of XI as 11 and VI is 6. Now on to our final and simplest principle. A bar or line placed over a single letter or string of letters multiplies the value by 1000. So here we have XV equaling 15. Simply place a line over X and V, and now we have 1500. Doing math. Romans typically didn't do math the way we do. Typically, they put up values on an abacus and solved it that way. However, they did develop effective ways for multiplication and addition. First, we must throw out our third principle of subtractive Roman numerals. We will throw out the concept that XXIV is 24. From now on, 24 and similar numbers will be XXIII, or XIIII for 14, and so on. Let's look at a simple addition problem. 83 plus 117. We know that to be 200. In Roman numerals, it'd be LXXXIII plus CXVIII. When adding Roman numerals, simply place all the values in order from greatest to least, and then combine numerals to form higher ones. So our answer would be CLXXXXVIII. But we can simplify that all the way down to CC simply by combining numerals. Our 5 I's can become another V, our 2 V's another X, our 5 X's another L, and our 2 L's another C. Let's take a look at multiplication. For our example, we will use the problem 25 times 18. We start by using our 2 values to form 2 different columns. Then, halve the number in the left column until we get to 1, rounding down in the case of halves. So 25 halved is 12.5, but we will simply express it as 12. Half of 12 is 6, half of 6 is 3, and in our system, half of 3 is 1. Next, double the number in the right column for as many times as you have the number in the left. So 18 becomes 36, 36 72, 72 144, and 144 288. And finally, remove numbers that correspond with an even number on the left side. So we will remove 12 and 6. Now to solve our problem. We add all the numbers in the right column and order them from greatest to least, just like we did in addition. And then we simplify again. Our I's turn into V's, our V's into X's, and our X's into L's. For this problem, we get CCCL, 450, 25 times 18. You can check my math on that one. Roman numerals today are still present in our everyday lives. Many clock faces still feature Roman numerals and are most people's first and sometimes only experiences with numbers. They're used in Super Bowl logos, Olympic logos, and all sorts of other stuff. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something.